Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 15, Episode 13. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, child, let's get into it if we're going to get into it. When the episode first opens up, it's Christmas time. You know, we see the little montage. We see Sonya and her husband and Ducey. We see Todd and Kandi talking about the movie. Child, they casting everybody, okay? From Shamia to my MC Yetta, honey, they casting everybody. And they keep a friend with a job, okay? Some jobs. So then we see the boys and Marlo. They're getting ready for their Christmas photo shoot. Those pictures looked really nice, too. And, you know, they want Chef Scottley to come. But Marlo's like, no, okay? He's just for the show. I just can't, child. But Emma. In the next scene, we see Sonya and her sister, and they're decorating the tree. So they're sitting down there talking about the trip. So Sonya is telling her about how they had the sound bath and it was so relaxing. And so Sonya was asking her how she was. So she was like, you know, girl, just keeping my head above water. So Sonya tells her, listen, there's something I want to talk to you about. She's upset that her sister isn't a part of her biggest moments like she used to be. So her sister is telling her it's because I have other responsibilities. I'm a mom. I'm a wife. Like, I have been a staple for you for decades. But now, you know, I have other things that I need to do. And you don't always respect my boundaries. It's like 1 minute you do what you're supposed to do and you understand it. And then the next time you don't. Now, in the confessional, Sonya did say that she understood and, you know, that her sister is now her own person and more than just her sister there to offer her support. And I have to say, I know how y'all feel about Sonya, honey, but okay. I really did love how Sonya speaks and spoke to her sister and let her know exactly how it is that she felt. It kind of gave me reminiscent of when they had their own show together, which is the reason why I actually started to really like Sonya on that show. She's not so much a good housewife as she should be friend of, but this scene reminded me of Portia and Lauren. Y'all remember when Lauren got pregnant and Portia started to feel like Lauren was pulling away and, you know, they had that sisterly relationship and, you know, sisters fight. They fight, they get back together, but when your sister is your best friend, of course, you're going to feel like, what's going on with us? We're not as close as we used to be, but you know, things progress and your life progresses. So that's what this scene gave me, honey. It was giving Portia and Lauren 2.0. Moving forward. In the next scene, honey, Cynthia Cheekbones Bailey is back in the building. And what else is going on? I know that's right, Cynthia, honey. She's meeting Kandi at Blaze. Nice to see you. Hi, girl. Cynthia, I have to say, I don't care what the people say, because I never said that about Cynthia. I never said Cynthia should have been gone, okay? I said that Cynthia was the neutralizing party. You need a neutralizer. You need a neutralizer just like you need an equalizer, and you need an enforcer. And Cynthia is very good at calling a spade a spade. Now, sometimes she does flip-flop. Now, she did have a few seasons where she was giving flip-flop, honey, okay? It wasn't real solid. But Cynthia is very good at hearing both sides and then not choosing one at all. And I really like that about her. And I thought that Sonya was going to be the Cynthia archetype, but she's not, child. She ain't. So they sit down, they talking. Cynthia tells Kandi, you know, she's rebuilding her life. She, you know, tells her it's her second divorce. She's a 55-year-old woman and, you know, it's happening. In the confessional, she says she loved him, but she didn't want to stay in something that didn't make her happy. Now, one thing about 50 Cent, she gonna move around if she not happy. So any man that gets with her might heal or will or chill, honey, or Peter, whoever the hell she gets with. If Cynthia is not happy, she gonna move around. And y'all know what I also noticed, because y'all know I like to go back in the day. What I remember seeing Cynthia and Kandi talk is Cynthia was having a problem with Peter. She went over to Candi's house. It was, you know, raining outside. And Cynthia was telling her that, you know, she's having a problem with Peter. And I remember Kandi looking at Cynthia and saying, well, girl, you don't want to be growing old and lonely. I ain't gonna never forget that. And that's what this reminded me of as she's telling her that, you know, her and Mike Hill just really didn't work. She also said in the confessional that God is directing her steps, even if she got to step away from that man. Honey, I know that's right. And producers and whoever else didn't do right by Cynthia, we could have really gotten great story from her. If it's one thing Cynthia gonna bring, it's relationship drama. Let me take y'all back down memory lane. We had Peter feeling all up on the girl's neck at the bar none. Okay, yes, I know exactly what I said. I said bar none. That man don't like to pay his people, allegedly. Then on top of that, she went and had that fight with Portia on that boat because she was mad about what's going down with Peter. Then after her and Peter got divorced, because he was acting a full-on fool, okay? After they got divorced, she started getting into this awkward thing with Will. And that's when Eva was introduced to us and walked up to them and said, you have a girlfriend. This is quite messy. And then it was our whole big old scene and Cynthia was crying, child. Then she went over there and met Mike Hill. Mike Hill had a few cameos on the show, and then they ended up getting married during the panorama, and we were unable to see it, but we saw clips. One thing Cynthia is going to bring, it is relationship drama and a Bailey Bowl. And that's just that on that. I love me some Cynthia, honey. Come on, Cynthia. So Kandi is telling her she's having a party to celebrate 10 years of Bedroom Kandi and to unveil her new product, the Peach Fuzz. So she's like, girl, I really missed you because I've been getting into it with these heifers, honey. I've been getting into it with everybody except Kenya. Cynthia's like, girl, you and Drew are confusing me. And Kandi, I want to ask you the same thing you asked Nene on that beach in Miami. Why is it that you argue so much? I know the heifers getting on your nerves, honey. I'm just messing with your Kandi coded. So Kandi tells her, you know, the reason why her and Drew got into it is because they were sitting down talking about her new movie that Drew is going to be a part of. And so they started getting into, have you ever kissed a girl and all this other kind of stuff. Drew said that she didn't and basically called Kandi a liar. And Kandi was like, listen, if it's one thing I'm not, it's a liar. And so she gets in the confessional and she's like, I really don't understand why she's going so hard to deny it. I mean, I'm not trying to out nobody. Maybe it's because she's married. I just really don't understand because, you know, I'm very sex positive. So Cynthia said, girl, look, we were all so gone. I might have kissed somebody and I don't even remember it. Now, I'm going to tell y'all right now, all y'all were being fast that night. Maybe she just forgot. I know she didn't, but I'm just saying. I'm trying to help you, Drew, but there's no help for you because we're going to get into it. But Kandi, we know you're not lying. We know this. But you don't have to call around to prove it. The woman doesn't want it out. It doesn't matter why she doesn't want it out. She don't want it out. Like, we can really leave it in the Carolinas if you really want to be real. Because Kandi now, remember you told them that what happened there stayed there when they were trying to call out Portia and Tanya for whatever it is they did that night with Bolo. Remember, you were not getting involved whatsoever when Kenya was doing her investigation. You were like, girl, why are you trying to figure out what's going on? Leave it alone. They don't want to talk about it. I feel like, because I'm just unbiased and this is my opinion, I feel like it's because it's Drew that y'all are keeping it going. We know you're not a liar. Well, I know you're not a liar. I mean, I don't know if everybody else knows, but I don't feel like in the years that you've been on this show that you have really lied about anything. And if somebody confronts you with something, you own it. My thing is, if we're going to hold that standard for one housewife, then why can't we do it for Drew? If she want to act like she ain't never kissed a girl, then let her act like she ain't never kissed a girl, honey. She don't want it to get back to her pastor mama and her soon-to-be ex-husband. So we can just moving forward. I have to say, I really did like this scene, mainly because it reminded me of old school housewives. And I like the old school housewives. I don't care what goes on. I just like the old formula. But I could tell that Cynthia did not really want to get into all that. She was like, girl, listen, I'm here for one night only. Please don't tell me nothing about you and Drew. In the next scene, Kenya's at home with Brooklyn, babysitting her baby cousin. She wants to have another baby, so this is Brooklyn's test run. Now, Brooklyn got a little bit jealous, but now she's acting very, sisterly. So Kenya and Brooklyn are having a group, a double confessional. And so the producer asked Brooklyn, do you want a brother or a sister? Baby Brooklyn said, both. I want a brother for like me, okay? Curly hair, blue eyes. I'm just kidding. But she was like, listen, I want a brother like me, and I want bunk beds. I want my mama to stack them, okay? I want the room decorated ever so. I know that's right, Brooklyn. Baby, shoot for the stars, honey. If you're going to ask for something, ask for both of them. You know what? I can really relate to Kenya going through this because I really want to give my son a sibling, y'all. I know I probably told y'all in other reviews. If you're new here, then you probably have never heard that. But I do want to give my son a sibling. Now, I ain't making no money off these reviews like this to be hiring no surrogate or whatnot. But if I had a family member or if my sister would carry a baby for me or anything, that would be great. Okay, because I don't think my fibroids in me, I don't think we're going to be able to do it, y'all. I don't think we're going to be able to do it. I barely made it through the first one. So I totally understand. This was a cute scene. Moving forward. In the next scene, Drew is at home cleaning out the closet. Child, not the closet. So she said her and Ralph are rocky. So although he did tell her about the Vegas trip, she ain't trusting it. Okay, because she don't trust him right now. Nothing that he talking about. Well, y'all can't trust each other. And these guys can go ahead and clean Ralph's side right the hell on out, because he ain't going to be there too much longer. So she calls Ralph in to tell him what Kandi said about her kissing Toya. So she's showing him the text, child, and Ralph looking at her like, child, even he looking like it's a lie somewhere. But, okay, girl. He said, well, it ain't no big deal. Drew said, well, I mean, the movie is coming. So, I mean, hopefully Kandi lying on me doesn't affect me being in her movie. Drew, I see exactly what you are doing. I used to do that when I was a kid. Drew is doing that thing where you try to tell the person before somebody else tells the person. Girl, that lady ain't lying on you. I just want y'all all to shut up about it. That's my thing. I don't care what you did. I really don't. But the biggest thing is that you're going around calling her a liar, and you're borderline saying that she's trying to get you and, put you in these positions because of this movie. Girl, don't take the role. See, I wouldn't be able to work with somebody like you, Drew, because you're dangerous. People are backing this with money. You can't be going around calling people liars and saying they're trying to put you in position to get into the mood to do their movie. And girl, what are you talking about? So Ralph was like, well, how was cousin Courtney? She said, yeah, I'm going to drop the cousin because she wasn't acting too cousinly. And you can't even trust your family. Yeah, my cousin Skeeter is not Team Drew. So I will leave her right where she at. And Ralph, you use cousin Skeeter to spy on Drew, and you ain't fooling me. You probably already know what happened on that trip, and you sit up here acting surprised. What? They say you kissed a girl. Well, it ain't no big deal. In the next scene, Marlo is at the house with her manager, Ty, and so they're going over her schedule. So Marlo brings up Scott Lee wanting to go out all the time. She was like, yeah, I don't know if I can deal with my husband always going out. Girl, it's okay. I know his contract is up with the Housewives and whatnot. Girl, please. And Marlo, I call Cap, because you be outside too. You ain't taking them Instagram pictures outside your front door. You be outside with it. So stop acting like you sit in the house and knit quilts and he outside living it up. Girl, goodbye and good night. In the next scene, Candy's at the factory. Sheree tiptoes on in. Hey, girl. Comes in, sits down, tells Kandi she ain't been there in decades. Kandi said, their little talk helped and they're in a better place. Sheree agreed. So we find out Sheree has new boobs. She says she went to Kenya and Candy's doctor. The first time she didn't like them. Now she does like them, and so does Hotel. Ugh. Girl, I do not want to hear anything about Hotel Holt. I just don't want to hear it. Okay, I really don't. So they sitting down. Sheree brings up the Drew thing. So Kandi said, well, everybody agreed that she kissed Latoya, even Marlo. Sheree said, well, girl, she said you a liar, and you just trying to produce your little movie. Kandi said, produce? Girl, you don't even have to be in my movie. Now, I ain't know she said all that. Well, baby, if you think I'm trying to produce it, you don't even have to be in the movie. Sheree said, oh, well, yeah, she said something like that too. She said if she ain't in the movie, then it's cool. Once a bone carrier, always a bone carrier. Sheree gonna tote a message and tote some mess if she don't do nothing else. Baby, now Kandi is pissed. So Sheree said, so since you're not hiring Drew, so is Kandi gonna get the part? Baby, that was funny to me. Baby, Kandi ain't getting no part. She gonna have to fight Cynthia for it. Because if it's one thing Cynthia gonna do, it's audition for somebody's made-for-TV movie. Moving forward. So Kandi tells Sheree, girl, yeah, I invited Latoya to my event, so I hope y'all don't have no mess going on. I hope it ain't messy. Girl, you invited Latoya and you hope it's not gonna be messy? Okay. Kandi was like, lately I just feel like I'm just going to explode. That's what she said in the confessional. And between the Escape and SWV drama and the Housewives heifers, it's just too much. Plus, Tasha skimming money off the top and, child, it's just too much, honey. It's just too much. So I understand why she's going to explode. Going from heifer to heifer and all y'all arguing? I don't know, ma'am. So it's the night of the party, right? Kenya is picking out her dress. Candy's getting glam. Sonia is talking to her sister about applying for an apartment. Apparently, she's never applied for one. Sonya has always done it for her. So, child, good luck on that. Kandi is hosting her party at this selfie museum. So the ladies are starting to arrive. So we have Sonya, Sheree, cousin Skeeta, MC Yetta. Honey, the gang's all there. Sheree brings up 12 years ago when they went to the sex store, and Kandi was like, I remember that. Let me tell y'all what I remember. I remember when Kandi had that Twitter party for Bedroom Kandi, and Marlo, Cynthia, and Nene showed up together, and baby Nene was pissed. Are these Twitter people? Baby, Nene was trying to pretend to be fabulous, honey. Too fabulous for the Twitter people, but be the main one on Twitter today's date, tweeting every last one of the people that was at Candy's party. Child, that was good to me, baby. Nene did not want to be involved with that Twitter party. She was like, ooh, it's Twitter people in here. Girl, goodbye and good night. Nah, it ain't Twitter people, honey. It's X people. What y'all think about X? Let me stay on track. Child, let me stay on track. So then Marlo arrives. Marlo, you look good, girl. Sheree is over there telling the ladies about what Drew said about Kandi. Kandi and Marlo are actually getting along. I mean, or at least being cordial. You know, Kandi said she looked good, given what's supposed to have been gave. Now, see, I want y'all to pay very close attention to this. Because y'all be acting a fool and going all the way left on these reviewers, me, because we have opinions of what's going on, and the two heifers are being cordial. You cannot pick teams, because at the end of the day, they are Team Housewives of Atlanta. They don't give a damn about none of us. Okay? They could care less. So y'all up here fighting. You're stupid. You hate Marlo. You hate Kandi. I don't hate no damn body. I like all the heifers and none of them at all. Okay? I reviewed the show, and that's just that on that. Moving forward. Kandi has a new peach product. I had to get y'all together. Because, baby, y'all be fighting. Y'all be windmilling in these people's comments, honey. Y'all ain't going to windmill in mine, because I'm going to just delete you and block you and move on, honey. But anywho, Kandi has a new peach product. And I have to say, I love the idea. Now, this is how you turn your platform into generational wealth. Okay? This is how you use your platform to keep your shmoney. Okay? And I don't care who get mad about it. I mean, this is just what you need to do. So, child, you know Kandi gets excited when she talking about the sexuals of it all. So she was giving them all the tips. Honey, you hold it right here when your man is back there. When your man is up here, then you hold it underneath his balls. And child, she was just telling them how it goes. So Sonya gets in a confessional, well, all of them did, because they want to know who could use Bedroom Kandi the most. Kenya said Drew and Ralph. Sonya said, hell, it's been 20 years. I need Bedroom Kandi. Honey, I know that's right. Listen, ain't nothing wrong with spicing it up a little bit, especially after 20 years. That's a long time. Girl, congratulations on that. So here goes Sheree. I mean, I think it would be Kenya and Roy, but I don't even know if I can call them a couple. Like, where is Roy? He's the same place as Hotel. He with Hotel. Where is he? Oh, okay. Because we ain't seen him since that first episode when Kenya got him all the way together. Girl, goodbye and good night. Moving forward. Hotel don't need no toys, though, because he may become attached, okay? Nothing is ever enough for him. He already was trying to add the chef to your bed. Child, you need to be worried about him and nobody else. So then Karma showed up. Hey, girl. Hey, Karma. Kenya arrives. And so they're doing, like, demonstrations. Y'all know what was so funny to me? Sonya tried to get Ross on one of those devices. Ross was like, yeah, no. Baby, Ross said, don't get to showing out. You know I do not get down like that in public. And don't let these people get you in trouble, honey. Don't let these people get you embarrassed. Sonya and I mean, it was cute, but he was not down for that. So then Cynthia arrives. Hey, girl, it's good to see you again. 2 times in 1 episode. It's feeling like old times. She goes over to Kenya. They hug. Kenya said they reconnected at Teresa Giudice's wedding, which is a New Jersey housewife. They reconnected then. Cynthia said they fell out after Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip. I watched that season. It was the very first one, as a matter of fact. And Kenya said they reconnected when she found out what Cynthia was going through. So she's going to make sure that she never falls out with her again. This is all I'm going to say about this, because I have very strong opinions on Kenya and Cynthia's relationship. They have an interesting dynamic, and I'm not going to elaborate any further. So they all sitting down wondering, where the hell is Drew? And they're talking. So Kandi was like, I mean, she just acting like she ain't said, trying to make me out to be a liar. And Sheree said, we don't care about a kiss. We don't care who people kiss. We don't care. It's about the person's character. So then Drew walks in. Here goes Cynthia. We were just talking about you. Cynthia said, look, I can say what I want to say because I ain't never got to interact with y'all again. Do you hear me? I know that's right, Cynthia. So Drew looking all confused, talking about what? Y'all was talking about me? So she gets in the confessional talking about this whole thing started at one of Kandi's horny nights. Now 2 years later, another horny event, and she's talking about this same situation. My life right now is being sponsored by Bedroom Kandi. Girl, cut the crap. Cut the crap. Now you blaming this on Kandi and her business? You were having fun at that horny event. That was actually Cynthia's bachelorette party. So stop trying to act like all of a sudden you just sit with your prayer cloth on your lap and you had nothing to do with it. You were involved just like everybody else was. Over on the other side, Marlo is over there talking to Ralph. So she's telling him, oh, Scott Lee was on his way and a lady got in a car accident and he tried to get the lady out and he cut his hand. I was looking at that picture. I said, girl, not those 2 scratches. That man ain't pulling nobody out of no burning buildings or no car. Okay, he cut that hand, sauteing up and cutting up them onions and sauteing them bell peppers. I just playing. I don't know what he did, honey, but it was 2 scratches, okay? I don't know, but I'm glad he tried to save the woman or whatever. Marlo's talking about, I'm just so happy to have a Superman in my life. Okay, girl. So her and Ralph, they over there toasting. So she's like, I just want to tell you the truth about what happened. So she tells him what she said about him being in tech. He gonna say, well, Drew was telling me that you were saying my name for like 2 days. You just kept saying my name. Well, Drew is lying to you, Ralph, or you're lying to Marlo. Either way, it's a lie. She did not continue to say your name for 2 days. Okay. She said, listen, I'm going to respect you because I like you. And I know you're dealing with a whole lot, not knowing what personality you going to get when you wake up because your wife is a liar. So I'm going to be nice to you. Ralph, you are a little weirdo. The fact that you let this lady stand in your face and disrespect your wife and not correct her, I have an issue with that. And that's probably why y'all getting divorced today's date. I was like, now he gonna sit up here and let Marlo clown his wife. But see, you don't have respect for Drew. So of course you're gonna let Marlo disrespect her. It's only right. So Latoya finally arrives. Baby Marlo ushered her right on over to Kandi. So Kandi trying to have small talk. Hey girl, you look cute. Oh, you got your dress. She was like, girl, I'm mad at you. Okay, getting right into it. But I was like, dang girl, you wasn't even in there 2 minutes. Did you get a chance to see the peaches on the wall? Did you get a chance to get yourself something to drink? Like, she just got right into it. So Kandi was like, why? Latoya tells her that she was not in Portugal to defend herself. And while she's trying to tell her what happens, Tiny showed up. Child, you know Tiny love a little freaky good time. Baby, everybody at this party. Do you hear me? So they go off to the side to talk. They go into another little room. It's Drew, Kandi, and Latoya. So Latoya is telling Kandi how her and Drew started their relationship. It was a bit bipolar, but they squashed their beef. And then Marlo sent her these videos. And so they called Marlo to come in. Because if you're talking about Marlo, go and bring her in so she can say why she sent these videos. Marlo comes in trying to play. And they're like, girl, sit down. And they were like, girl, why did you send those videos? She said she sent the videos to show Latoya how Drew really feels about her. No, you sent them to be messy. Let's just keep it real. You did not send those videos so that you can make sure you look out for Latoya. You sent them to be messy, girl. Just say that. So Drew was like, well, no, she didn't send you everything. Those videos were edited. Nah, Drew. This has gone too far. You have gone too far. Marlo can't even spell lying. Now, see, I didn't say it last review, but Marlo spelled lying, L-I-E-I-N-G. So you mean to tell me that Marlo can't spell lying, but she can edit a video to send to Latoya? Girl, anyway, this is just dumb. It's just purely dumb. Marlo, they told you to continue filming, not send them to old cast members. You should have never sent that. And just like Sonya said last episode, you were wrong for sending it. And that's just the bottom line. You should not have sent that to Latoya, child. So Kandi said, well, I mean, y'all can kiss whatever y'all want to kiss. Y'all can really kiss my ass is what she really wanted to say. But don't act like I'm making up lies. Here go Drew. Well, no, I mean, it's my truth. It's my truth. So Kandi said, well, you told Sheree that I was trying to produce scenes for my movie. I'm not making up stuff on you. Drew said, well, Kandi, but when you speak, the narrative goes forward. So Latoya gonna get in the middle talking about, Drew, do you feel like Kandi is a genuine person? Drew said, yeah, I do. She said, well, why don't you believe her saying that we kissed? Latoya, didn't you tell Drew through text that you did not? All y'all crazy. Every last one of y'all. Now, I know you're trying not to out Drew and trying not to put her business in the street. And, it's probably a kiss you want to forget about. It could be any of those things. But, girl, you said in the text message you ain't even do it. So Drew said, well, Kandi said it because she was fantasizing about us because we're baddies. Drew, girl. Oh, my gosh. This is written. This is a script. This got to be a script. Okay, I'm being punked. We got to be on Kandi camera or something. You think this woman said this about you because she's been fantasizing about you? Okay. After she said that, Kandi said, what? Oh, okay. We just going to have to agree to disagree, honey. They basically got absolutely no damn well. I don't blame you, honey, because it's a party happening, and I'm not about to be standing here arguing with Drew while she talks me in circles. Over with the ladies, Marlo is texting Drew. Did you kiss her? Girl, who cares? Stop it, Marlo. Just stop. So then production asked Drew, why is Kandi saying that you kissed Latoya? Drew said, well, Kandi said it on the after show. On that interview, she said it. So they showed Kandi talking to Latoya 2 seasons ago, saying, I could have sworn that y'all kissed. Y'all all over there cuddled up. And Drew said, yeah. And once Kandi told her that, Toya just ran with it. And she said it at the reunion to have a little cute moment when that never happened. And she admitted that it never happened. So then they show Kandi saying, if she misjudged the moment, she accepts that she was wrong. Okay. Production is gaslighting me at this point. I am more confused than ever. How does that explain Marlo, Cynthia, Shamia, Any, Mini, Miny, and Mo saying they saw the same thing, Drew? How does that explain that? Child, I know Kandi about to speak on it. Because, child, y'all know when she get to bringing out them receipts and Drew get to calling and lying, honey, it's just too much going on, honey. I hope y'all never talk about this again. Oh, I hate that y'all brought Bolo. Because, honey, it's been a fool ever since. And that was the end of the episode. Listen, I actually liked this episode. I think I liked it because Cynthia came back. I liked the scene with Brooklyn and Kenya. I liked the scene, even the scene with Marlo. I just really liked this episode. It was actually good to me. Y'all comment down below and tell me exactly what you thought about this episode. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.